beautiful, amazing Libra, and welcome to March 2020. For your astrological read today, I'm going to start a little bit before March, like a little bit, like the week prior, on February 23rd, with your reading to kind of give you a little bit of a sense of the astrological climate heading into March. So with that, February 23rd, it looks like you are, your sixth house is having a new moon in Pisces. And your sixth house has to do with your work, your health, your service to others, your self-improvement. It's your daily life. It's your house of service, and how you serve yourself as well. Having a new moon in Pisces there, it's very refreshing because a new moon represents like a clean new start, emotionally, psychologically. The moon's very psychological and emotive as well. It's also a very nurturing energy, so you're starting to nurture something new for yourself, with matters of work, fitness, self-improvement. It can also be, it's also a house of pets, work habits, organization, and having the new moon in Pisces, it's giving you a lot of creativity to carry these things out. So let's say with regards to fitness, you're having new ideas and you can put them on paper, like what actions you want to take in the future towards fitness, towards work, your organization. So that's a very nice way to start March. Now going into March 4th, Mercury is going retrograde in Aquarius. So you have the new beginnings and new ideas in February, but Mercury going retrograde, it's not as bad as people think. It's not like doomsday or anything. It just slows things down. It slows things down and allows you to kind of review new ideas you're having or review past ideas. And it's happening in your fifth house. Your fifth house is the house of romance, fun and creativity, children as well. It's a very playful house. And the fact that you have Mercury retrograde in Aquarius there, take time to slow down and spend time with your kids, or spend time with your loved one, someone you're dating. It's a good time to kind of like go on a little retreat with them. And having Aquarius there, Aquarius is very fun-loving and innovative, so it doesn't want to go to the same retreat. So even if you're not traveling far, you might want to just go to a new restaurant, do something a little bit different, and while you're there, rekindle things with your partner, or also reconnect with your children, connect with them better, deeper, and just have fun. But like it's kind of like a meditative twist on it, so that's very good. Also on March 4th, you have very beneficial Venus entering Taurus, and Taurus is its home. So Venus is its higher capacity in Taurus, and it's aspecting your 8th house, and your 8th house is your house of shared resources, your house of intimacy, also inheritances, taxes, loans, and this is like getting close to tax season, so this is very good for you. I mean, you're getting like one of the most beneficial planets, giving you a lot of good energy here, and it's 0 degrees, so it's very potent. So you could be planning to make a purchase with someone else, and that's very blessed, very getting a lot of good aspect here. Or you can be, if you're getting intimate, like it has like a romantic twist to it as well. So that's very good. March 9th, there is a full moon in Virgo, and that's in your 12th house. And your 12th house is your dream house. It's like, has to do with your like time alone, if you have like transcendental ideas, large institutions, it's like a spiritual house as well. And having that full moon in Virgo there, you could be, having a lot of energy in that subconscious world, in that dream world, a lot of energy going into there. And maybe like it's also the house of meditating and prayer. So if you're spiritual and you're meditating, you could be really organizing your area, making it really organized and clean, so that you can meditate clearly and think clearly. And this is happening in a big way because the full moon carries a lot of energy with it. On March 9th as well, a very good aspect, because for the past 3 or so weeks, Mercury has been retrograde. But now it's going direct on March 9th in Aquarius, and that is in your 5th house. And your 5th house has to do, again, with romance, fun, creativity, your children. That's getting like a green light here because Mercury loves to be in Aquarius and it's direct. So here maybe you just took little retreats with your loved ones before. Now you're going to go travel further, which you're making plans to travel further in the future. As again, it's Aquarius, so they don't want to do like the same old. It also has to do with your general communications. So your communications with your romantic communications or communications with your children, your creative communications, they're all getting very clear, very fast moving energy, which is really good. If you're into like any kind of writing, or you just want to express things to, your friend, your loved ones, your romantic partner. On March 16th, we have communicative Mercury again. It's direct, but it's going into Pisces at 0 degrees, and it's moving on to your 6th house. Your 6th house has to do with your work, your health, your service, and your self-improvement in your daily life. This is really good because, one, Mercury's direct, and also being in Pisces, it's very creative. So you're going to be looking at your work life, organizing, your workspace, or making a new fitness plan, and you're going to be doing it in a creative way, in a very, forward way, creative way. You're going to be able to move, your fantasies that you might have had before into reality here. So that's very, very auspicious. On March 19th, happy equinox, by the way. Who doesn't love longer days and, ability to be more productive, more daylight hours is awesome. And with that, on March 19th, your Uranus is sextiling your true node. And your true node has to do with your destiny in the world. And having Uranus there in beneficial aspect could bring you like beneficial surprises with regards to your goals and aspirations. And the fact that it's in your 8th house, it's a dialogue between your 8th house and your 10th house. is really auspicious because it has to do with your shared resources, um, also intimacy. But with this, I see more like it has more of a career idea here. So eighth house is shared resources. So if you've partnered with somebody or a loved one on a business or just any plans, it is having a positive spin with your career and also your reputation in the world, your purpose. 10th house is also the house of fame. So like, the way you take power in the world, your status, it's getting a very positive aspect here. So that's a really good day. And also on that day, you're getting more energy from the sun entering Aries. The sun is fire. Aries is ruled by Mars, that's very fiery there. There's a lot of passion. And that is for your 7th house. Which is a positive aspect for your marriage or your partner or your relationships as a whole are getting very passionate there. And it's a positive passion. So also moving on to March 21st, we have a huge occurrence here astrologically that hasn't happened in about 29 and a half years, which is Saturn is entering Aquarius. For the past 2.5 years, it's been in Capricorn, which is a little bit more disciplinary of an energy, because Saturn seeks to, reward, or bring, if you've been working hard, it rewards you. If you've been not working so hard, it will organize you. It'll get you, the discipline that you need. But having it in Aquarius is a lot lighter energy than it's been in the past 2 or 3 years. And it's a lot more expansive because Aquarius has also to do with larger groups of people. So you could be taking your whatever your discipline into bigger groups of people, and it's a much lighter energy. And that is at 0 degrees, that Saturn entering Aquarius, it's at 0 degrees in your 5th house, which is your romance, children, fun, and creativity. So this is very good, especially if you're in a creative field at work, because it's gonna benefit you a lot. It's gonna take you to the next level. Also take you to the next level romantically. It looks like it could be very auspicious for you, and for your children as well. It could be, a lot lighter energy, a lot more fun. So yeah, hang on to that. It's really good. March 23rd, we have Jupiter, positive, expansive, lucky Jupiter, in positive aspect in a quintile with Chiron, and Chiron is in Aries. Chiron it's an asteroid, but it represents the energy of past traumas. It's called the wounded healer. And there's a lot of resolve here because Jupiter is very expansive and optimistic. So it's like a big boost, or even, a miraculous healing here, to a trauma you had. A trauma that you had in respect, this is with 4th and 7th house matters, which has to do with your home, parents, roots, your inner security. It's the inner world, the nurturing world, but it has a lot to do with home and your roots and parents and family. And as well, it's also having a conversation with your marriage, your partnerships, your relationships, and your awareness of others. So I see here that you have a lot of healing with regards to family, with your partner as well. There's a dialogue here. There's something that that's moving forward in a big way around March 23rd. This is really good because, I mean, you know, it affects every aspect of your life, and you can be like getting, it's just having that healing energy there is really good for you, Libra, because, you know, all the Libra friends that I know, and some of them that I'm not sure about that, but my intuition says that this is very good for you. Some Libras I know that they have their family is far away, or they haven't seen some of them. This is really good, and even if they live close, it's always good to have that resolution. And just if you have a good relationship with them, it's going to get even better here because you're healing from within as well. March 24th, getting close to the end of March here, we have a new moon in Aries, and that is happening in your 7th house of relationships again. So it's continuing with this idea. The new moon is like, it's a fresh new start psychologically. It's a fresh new start emotionally. So I'm getting this feeling of like, through this read of like, you know, it's a clean, fresh new start after like you've cried out, you know, after you've had that emotional breakthrough. This is really good. I'm really happy for you guys. I'm really happy for Libras. And Aries wants to take action. So, you know, you're not just having a new start. You want to take action. You want to move and make things better in your relationships. And this is awesome. March 27th, just a happy little aspect here that I've been telling all the other signs. Venus is in Taurus and it's trining. Trining is like one of the best aspects you can have. It's trining Jupiter and Capricorn. So it's saying here that there's a happy aspect with regards to, if you focus on something, it'll have a lot of growth. And I always say, you know, you could buy a scratch or a lottery ticket, or, I mean, I'm not like, it's never 100% sure, but like, it looks like, you know, you could get lucky here with Jupiter here. And, or just something you're planning on growing, focus on it around this time and you could see more growth than usual. To finalize your reading, Libra, we have March 30th, we have Mars entering Aquarius, and that's happening in your 5th house. Mars is very action-oriented. It's an action-oriented planet. It's like, it's not going to wait. It wants to move, you know? And it's in Aquarius, which is, it's an astrological, you know, so it's a sign of or bigger groups, organizations, nuance, innovation, higher thinking, happening in your 5th house, which is, again, romance, creativity. It involves children as well. So you can be expanding in a big way, taking action in new ways. Like, let's say you have children, your creativity is really flowing to like make new games, have fun, you know, playfulness. Also with your romantic partner or in romance, if you're going out, you could have fresh new ideas and you're not afraid to take action and go out there and date. This is really good. Or if you're a couple, you know, you're taking action on ideas to like just romantic new ideas, which could involve, you know, a date, you know, like a new creative date. That's, you're just getting all these new ideas and all this fresh energy. This is really good stuff. So with that, I conclude the March beginning of spring reading, and I hope to see you guys in April. Please subscribe, like, comment, and yeah, you guys, it's looking amazing for you guys, and I can't wait to see you guys in April for even hopefully more growth and happy readings. So thank you so much and have a great March.